Hello, colleagues and professor. My name is Deshanea Smith, and I would like to present to you my 3 items that represent my past, my present, and future. I would also like to share with you a quote by Amy Cuddy: "Tiny tweaks lead to big changes." The 3 items I'm going to show to you today are canvas that represents my past, a Bible that represents my present, and a globe that represents my future. These items in some way will give you an idea of who I am. So the first one we are going to show today is going to be the blank canvas. The reason I chose the blank canvas was because I feel like every amazing outcome or finish starts off with a blank canvas. So my family, we all come from a culture that revolves around creativity and performing arts. So whether it may be design, whether it may be photography, dance, or any form of art medium is a representation of how I grew up. I use art as a way to escape, and usually it's an escape from anxiety and stress. It actually helps me to cope with it. So when I am designing and creating, it just feels natural, and it gives me a sense of confidence and happiness. And so I can do this for hours and never get tired, no matter what medium it may be, whether it is photography, whether it is graphic design, whether it may be watercolor. Doesn't matter what medium it is, I enjoy all of it. My family really, really loves creativity. In fact, they encourage us to use our creative outlets for different things. No matter what project, it's just one of the things that we use to express ourselves. So that is why I chose this as a representation of my past. The next thing I want to share with you is the Bible, which is representation of my present. The reason why is because I am currently seeking God in everything that I do. So I really use this as a foundation of how I start off my day, every single day, to basically set me up for the rest of the day. The Bible is not only an inspiration that fuels my creativity, but it's also a map on how I should present myself, how I should be, and how I should give back to the community. I believe God is a really big inspiration and a big part of why I do the things that I do every day. So that is one beautiful and major piece of my present, and it's also a piece of my past as well as my future. Lastly, I have a globe here that represents my future. I believe that design and creativity, all the things that I love to do, is a really big part of traveling and discovering and adventure. I feel like it's an exciting opportunity to not only learn about myself, but also to learn about others and the world. So the globe is a representation of my future because it really stems from wanting to know more. And I know that the world is big, and I know I'm such a small person, but I know that we have an opportunity to make an impact on the world. So any opportunity or chance that I get to learn about the world and traveling and finding out new things and discovering it, I know that's going to be a big part of my future because that's what I want to do. I want to travel. I want to solve design problems. I want to be able to inspire and be inspired by others. So this is a really big part of not only who I am, but it's also something that I'm always trying to understand, always trying to learn, always trying to grasp. So this is why I really love the globe, and this is why I chose it for the presentation on my future. To conclude, I would like to leave you with a quote. It was the same one I shared earlier by Amy Cuddy. Tiny tweaks lead to big changes. No matter where you are in the process, whether it may be just starting school or whether it may be trying out a new hobby, whatever it may be, it's always a part of a process for our growth. So the tiny tweaks that we make, the adjustments that we make in our life, really leads to a really beautiful outcome. As long as we continue to keep pressing forward and continue to be the best versions of ourselves every day, we will always find a way to inspire and be inspired. Thank you so much for listening.